What is going on, everyone? Let me fix my mic there. Welcome back to another best ball video draft. Today we are drafting our second BBM. Got the 102. Just gonna keep it simple. Draft CD Lamb. Drafting our second BBM here, and second BBM for the channel, fifth one overall. Gonna be doing a daily upload schedule. Going to try and keep it as consistent as possible throughout the summer. Going to be doing streams sometimes throughout the week, not as much on weekends, but the videos will be coming daily. You can expect them. So enough said about that. Going CD Lamb, we're definitely already locking in Dak Prescott. I'm trying to have probably a 100% clip of Dak and CD. There's going to be some teams where I don't get Dak Prescott with CD Lamb, but there's never going to be a team where I get Dak Prescott without CD Lamb. Going Dak plus Jake Ferguson doesn't feel as good. I'd rather just have the trio than just try and only stack one of them. Doesn't feel as strong in a week 17 format. Because it's not like Dallas drafted any sort of new playmaker like a bunch of other teams did, that you can now pair your elite QB with another potential really good spike option. But I mean, if you really believe like Jake Ferguson has a Mark Andrews type ceiling, I guess you could do that. But not really convinced that's in his range of outcomes. So we're 2 picks away now. Gonna be looking to go Debo, Nico Collins, Mike Evans. Huge receiver clump tier here in the second round that I'm a pretty big fan of. Buying into all of these players at a pretty high rate. Debo definitely on the top of the list. Nico right below him. It's tough. It's tough. Both of them have pretty insane upside. I'm going to go Nico. I think in a vacuum, if I have one entry, I might be going Debo. But I have so much Debo that it's not an option here. I think I'm going Mike Evans. Maybe Jalen Waddle. It's a coin flip between Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle for me. Like, I also don't hate Josh Allen here, but since there's a bunch of great options at quarterback, so I don't need to be grabbing Josh Allen here. So I'm on the clock here, and I think it's a pretty clear-cut decision for me what to do here. I'm gonna go Tank Dell, and then I give this guy no reason to take CJ Stroud, so then I just get CJ Stroud for free here. I get CJ Stroud. Brock Purdy? Yo, what? Please don't go another fake player. Don't get the draft canceled, man. Because one bad pick is fine. Maybe he probably just set up the stack, accidentally clicked that. That had to be an accidental click. He's probably pissed. There's no way. We're stoked though. We get the Stroud double here. And then this is a potential CD Lamb team where like in the scenario, might not get Dak Prescott because we just may not want him structurally because we already have the very strong week 17 stack of the Texans, CJ Stroud with two of his three best passing options. Yeah, really happy with how this draft has started so far. The Tank Dell fall and his price continuing to fall doesn't really add up to me because of what we've seen his ceiling to be. If his injury, he should be 95 to 100% of as likely as he is to be by the start of the season. There's no reason he should be escaping the third round. And I just got him at the 4-5 turn. So it's pretty insane to me what we're seeing going on with Tank Dell's ADP. Honestly, maybe even all of the Texans receivers in general. Like, I think we're starting to see an ADP shift of the Bears moving down and the Texans moving up. I think those are two general trends that we're gonna start to see in the next coming month and a half on draft boards. Is Bears moving down, Texans moving up. I'm sure there will be some. I wonder who the training camp darling is going to be this year. Who was it last year? It might have been Kenny Gainwell. Rookie wise, who was it rookie wise? It might have been Jason Brownlee from the Jets. The amount of reports that were coming out about that dude, insane. One pick away from being on the clock here. I'm definitely going to try and push Dak Prescott into the 90s if possible. His ADP is right here at 83. He would need to fall pretty much a full round. If that happens, it's kind of the nuts. If it doesn't, oh well. I think I want to take Zamir White here as my RB1. Considering going Aaron Jones as RB2, considering going a receiver. We'll see what we're feeling. I'm a big fan of Addison here. His value feels insanely secure with Hawkinson's injury. His early season, like I feel like Addison's advance rate's going to be insanely good, and then his playoff upside is just as insane. We saw him have a carry week, and I think it was the first week of the playoffs. He was wide receiver 1 or 2. So backing up to speak, I think we're gonna go Jordan Addison here on the clock here. Not 100% sure what direction we're going here. Just kind of hoping we got Jonathan Brooks. Might just go Njoku here. I don't love Njoku though. I'm gonna go Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson won't be on the way back. I think with the way the Jane Daniels is going to operate that offense, there's going to be a lot of throw into the running backs. His scramble rate was just absurd in college. So I think like dinky throws are going to be his game. I think that's what I'm predicting. Obviously, he had a great success rate throwing downfield. He had Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, but he doesn't exactly have that with this cast. He doesn't have the downfield stretcher types. Terry McLaurin is great, not underselling him, but those players are just a different level, in my opinion. I think we go Cortland Sutton here. Just feels like the Denver pretty much locked up wide receiver one. So can't hate getting him here. We are 3 picks away here, and there are plenty of RBs that we love on the board here. And all the QBs are getting gobbled up. There's a lot of 2 QB teams already. Tyjae Spears is on the board here. Chase Brown is on the board here. They're both great options. I think I'm going to go Tyjae Spears. I think that's where I'm leaning towards. For tight end options, it's starting to thin out, I guess. But Baker at 120 is crazy. Okay, wait. I actually kind of want to go Jaden Daniels now with him going Baker. That was kind of my plan. But I still could go JJ McCarthy, but Jaden Daniels' ceiling hypothetically should be higher. His scrambling ability is just, it's very Konami code. But the RB points here are very nice. Like, I don't need to go. It's Jaden Daniels, though, man. It's Jaden Daniels. The answer is it's Jaden Daniels, and it's pick 122. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. He's Konami code. He's Konami code. It's a great, like, this is, to me, getting Anthony Richardson at the 104 last year. It should be the same thing. Like, obviously, Anthony Richardson, I don't even know. It might honestly be the same argument. It really might be the same argument because Michael Pittman and Terry McLaurin really aren't that crazy different as alpha wide receiver ones. They both can hold their own. And the supporting cast is very all right. And you just have a quarterback. And I will say that probably within the 5, AR is much more able than Jaden Daniels just from pure size because AR has the weight on him. Jaden Daniels is a little more lean. But, I mean, it's like if you're comparing Lamar Jackson and Anthony Richardson, I mean, you want to have both of them, right? So there's not one that's strict. There's obviously like you can pick and choose scenarios where one's better than the other, but the answer is just they're both great. So if Jane Daniels has that potential rushing upside that I think he does of Anthony Richardson and the Konami Code quarterbacks, he should be going much higher than where we just got him. So pretty stoked about the pick. Pretty sad to see Marshawn Lloyd go off the board here right before our pick comes up. He was someone I was really hoping to get here for our 0 RB build. K. Dotton is also someone I'm definitely eyeing up here on the clock. Jalen Wright, Kendre Miller. I think we go K. Dotton first because there's no way he goes both of Kendre plus Jalen Wright. I don't really care which one I get. I'm not. I'm a Jalen Wright fan, but like, in the landing spot is good because he's the third back on the depth chart, right? So you can't feel over the moon about it, but if he is him on the Dolphins, man, you got to feel good about that. And Jalen, gun to my head, I'd probably go Kendra Miller, man. That's what makes these decisions so hard. Kendra could hypothetically fall back. Jalen Wright won't. But in a vacuum, I definitely would want more Kendra here on average. So it's the pick we're making. So we're on the clock here. I think I'm gonna be going Johnny Smith. I think Johnny Smith is a pretty lined up home run on the Dolphins. He should be their tight end one. I don't know who's gonna contest him for that job. They would have to bring someone in to do that, to my knowledge. So as of right now, Johnny Smith is the tight end one on the Dolphins, and that's a very prolific offense. That's going to be scoring a ton. So Johnny Smith having a range of 6 to 12 touchdowns seems reasonable to me. The question is, do we go RB or tight end? And I think the answer is RB. I think we can. Yeah, I'd rather go RB than receiver. We need more help at RB. RB is definitely our most lacking position group here. J.K. Dobbins wasn't really anywhere in my consideration. Gibby's a really good bet here. It's Gibby or Roshan for me. And it's honestly close. There's always the chance that Roshan falls. People are really low on Roshan. I don't really think either of them are going to make it back to me. That's a really close one for me between Gibby and Roshan. Because I really do think Roshan is a floor RB2 in Chicago. His pass blocking is just the best on that team's. It's the best on that team. And his receiving game is very strong. I think it's in the upper percentile in the NFL in terms of yards over expected out of the backfield. Not I think, I know he is in the top echelon. And if he gets third down work and Caleb is what we think he is, then I don't know how he wouldn't be great on this offense. We're about to be on the clock here. Got 3 picks left in this draft. All of the New England options are still up. I think I would definitely want to go a receiver here, either DeMario or Javon. I really fuck with Javon's confidence. I think he's kind of electric. I believe in talent. I think he's a really nice potential spike piece to have. Drake May is the definition of a quarterback that can throw a receiver open. So I'm definitely excited for Javon Baker. At tight end, I might just have to go Cade Stover here and forego one of the potential RBs that I want, which really doesn't feel good. Because like not getting Audric Estime, Isaac, Keaton Mitchell, I feel like there's a pretty big teardrop from them. Like I can try and figure something else out at tight end. I don't want to not get Audric Estime on this team. I think he's the best player on the board. I mean, I want Cade Stover on this team really badly to have the third piece for the Stroud stack, and I believe in the talent as well. He might potentially in week 17 be the lead tight end on the team. I really do believe that. His receiving capabilities, I think, are a little past Dalton Schultz's limits in terms of a player. So I can definitely see him winning that job. Let's go. We got Cade Stover to close out the team. So to wrap it up, we have CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, and then for our RB room, we got Zamir White, Brian Robinson, Tajay Spears, Kendre Miller, Tonio Gibson, Audric Estime. Wide receiver room, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Tank Dell, Jordan Addison, Cortland Sutton, and Javon Baker. And then for our tight ends, we got Cade Otton, Johnny Smith, and Cade Stover. The Cades at tight end, the CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Cade Stover, Gigastack, Jaden Daniels with Brian Robinson, little Konami code action. It's a fun team, man. Little zero RB build. Zamir White as our anchor holding it down. Fun little draft. Hope you all enjoyed this. Like and subscribe. See you next time.